I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie.
Welcome back to Realistic First. Realistic First is a channel that's able to put more factors into what's going on in the black community than just racism. We have a video today where you got some black conservatives and black progressives, and they're going to have a little debate on some black issues.
All right, can I get my black liberals on the left and my black conservatives on the right?
Say that again.
Liberals on the left, conservatives to the right.
Okay.
If you agree with the prompt, you'll walk forward. If not, you'll stay back. People need to get over slavery.
All right, so I guess I started off. I mean, we all know that slavery was a terrible thing.
Yes.
It was an atrocity.
Right.
It was a human tragedy. But
Yes.
we can't just be talking about slavery every day. It ended in 1865. This is 2020. We got to press forward. Our ancestors, they went through a lot. They died for us to be able to be here right now.
Yes.
And the best country on planet Earth.
Yes.
Take advantage of what we have right now,
Right.
rather than looking in the past and saying, oh, well, woe was me because of slavery.
Right.
You know, there have been other groups of people in slavery all throughout the world. They can't just stay in that state. So people, a lot of times, they stay right in that place, and others are being able to pass them because mentally they've moved on while others have not.
I think a lot of young people, especially young men, especially young African-American men and women, often have questions about why things are the way they are. Why do I get treated this way? Why has my mother gone through this? Or why has my grandmother gone through this? Well, it all comes down to the repercussions of slavery. And so I think that just getting over something.
The people who were sold as slaves were slaves in Africa already. The notion that there was something better going on in Africa, that ain't showing out to be the case. So y'all always want to start y'all history only when it starts in America. But over there in Africa, stuff was bad. And the kings and queens, African kings and queens, sold you as a slave. That's why I say it's time to move on. That's where y'all start y'all history at, right there. But American slavery, no, the world didn't start at slavery. What was going on in Africa before slavery? Wars, conquest, enslaving each other. That was what was going on, wiping out whole tribes genetically or whatever. That's what was going on. I don't never hear nobody be like, you know what? We're going to have to tell them African people that they owe us some reparation for selling us as slaves. That's why you don't got a valid argument. You're not even bringing all parties responsible to the table.
And so when I hear people say that, especially my fellow African-American people and friends, I think it's ridiculous. Just getting over something as serious as that, I think just plays into the whole idea of it just didn't matter anyway.
So how long do we continue to harp on it? How long do we continue? Forever?
Well,
Do we never get over?
Do you mean educate? Educate us.
Education is fine.
Yeah, that's a good question. How long do it take before you get past it?
To know history is one thing. To not get over a thing is something else.
Crutch.
You can't minimize
You can't get
slavery.
credit.
Who says that though?
But I listened to both of you, and I even thought maybe I'll stay out of this one.
No.
But the notion of ending the discussions on slavery, they haven't begun. We just got the lynching memorial in Alabama. We just got the African American Smithsonian in DC.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but these are all things that very few black people even be like, yeah, I want to go to the Black Smithsonian Museum. Like that's not a thing. Okay.
The United States does not acknowledge slavery in that way. We are beginning to discuss, but we can't get over it.
No, I can get over it. Descended from a slave don't mean you still slaves. You strong, black, and powerful, but a slave though, still. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Wakanda sold y'all as slaves. So why y'all want to go back to Wakanda? They the ones who sold y'all as slaves. I'm just being honest with you. This content might offend some people. It's not going to be as suitable for some people because it's not. Because some of y'all are going to lose y'all mind. So I asked this question to a lot of black people. What time and point of place in history are we trying to get back to? What kingdom, what land, what way of living are we trying to get back to?
I vote based on the issues that I care about, and the issues that I care about stem from my personal experiences. As someone that was raised in a conservative household, I have different views on certain things. I have different views on pro-life and pro-choice issues. I have different views on economic issues. I have different views on trade and foreign policy. I don't think that skin color should have anything to do with a political view.
I would say I definitely don't vote for candidates just because they're black. Ben Carson could never get my vote.
Yeah.
However, I do feel very much a part of a group. I feel like I have a shared history with black people and descendants of slaves in this country. And so I do not vote just based on what's okay for me.
I think people should vote for what's in the best interest of them. And I don't think that skin color should dictate on what your interest should be based on skin color.
Did you ever?
Yeah, but that's because you look at yourself as an American first. Some of these other people on the panel, they look at themselves as African first. It's funny how some of y'all do want to keep holding that title knowing that y'all ain't got no connection with Africa and they not even looking for you. They not coming to get you.
Really quick, I want to ask you, because you said you wanted to leave slavery behind. You wanted to get over it. But
I didn't say forget it. Yeah.
You said to get over it. I'm saying
Get over it. Let's not forget it.
You're a Christian?
And I still say teach it.
You're a Christian?
Yes, I am.
And where do you think we got that?
Got what?
Christianity.
I'm going to tell you where they got it from. If you go look at history beyond just when America brought black people as slaves, and you look at the story of Jesus Christ, you will notice that it lines right up with the sun gods of Africa's life story. The rising in 3 days, setting on December, the winter solstice, dying, then come back and alive in the springtime with Easter and all that. Like if you just had one little fraction of ability to look past just in America, then you would know that. So no, Christianity actually came from the African religions that was already in Africa. But they absorbed it and turned it into where they could understand it in Europe by putting Christianity, putting a name and a face to it, right? Woo, some people. Thank you for checking me out here at Realistic First.
I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma keep it realistic first. I ain't gonna lie.